This is Wilbur, and we're playing Mechabellum.
Welcome back to another Mechabellum Misplays. We have Patron on the blue side with Sabertooth Specialist, going with the Crawler Mustang start and unlocking the Sledgehammer. And Z-Tonic on the top, we'll just call him Z, with the Farseer, starting with the Sabertooth and Arclights, grabbing 2 sets of Fangs. Just for your information, this game, both players have combat power. Z-Tonic was around like 60-70k and Patron was around 30. So that may or may not help you play the guessing game of what the fuck MMR is this. But pretty standard stuff from Z-Tonic, or Z up here. He deployed all of his units kind of in symmetric order, with Patron going a little bit asymmetric with the sledges on the right. We're going to see these Mustangs in action here, see if they can get through these big Sabertooths, but I think these Arclights are going to reign supreme. Arclights are very good in the early game, and well, pretty much every stage of the game. They are, in my opinion, still the premier chaff clearer unit. So Patron taking some damage round 1, didn't clear out any of those Arclights or those Sabers. Hopefully he can do something in this round where he gets his Sabertooth. Patron picking up the Wasp Swarm, good early cheese. Looking at Z's board, he just has the Fangs. With a little bit of help, those Wasps should do some good work. What is this? A level 3 Steel Ball coming down for Z-Tonic. He gets the Elite Steel Ball card and immediately unlocks and deploys that monster Steel Ball. I think this is going to work out for him. That is an absolute beast at this point in the game. 13,000 HP per ball. Looking at the Sledgehammer's DPS is only 608, and I think the Mustangs have no chance of getting through these in time. But this random missile deploy from Patron, clipping that set of steel balls, might be the savior here. We're going to get all of our units to get in there in time with the crawlers coming in. They're actually going to get to DPS some of the balls before the Arclights take them down. So, man, that missile really playing a big role here. Hopefully these Wasps can take care of some of these Fangs. On the left side, our Sabertooth actually breaking through, getting that kill on the opposing Sabertooth. So some big moves from Patron this round are going to net him the win here. Just a few Fangs and an Arclight left on Z's board. So looks like we're going to have a competitive one here. Both players taking around into round 3, just a regular, actually the unit drop, that's right. So we get a single Tarantula from Patron. There is a quad Hound drop. That is a lot of deployments this early in the game. I think I would opt for that, even though most of the other units that are offered are countering the Hound. Both players do take one of the big units, with Z grabbing the Typhoon and Patron getting that Tarantula. I don't hate either one of these. I think I just like that many deployments is hard to say no to. I'm kind of a aggro player, but maybe, you know, some of that's just a playstyle thing. And I think Hounds are okay into the Arclights here. Getting a drill onto the crawlers. I think another Mustang was added back here, and then some more Sledgehammers coming down from Patron. So you have 3 deployed Sledgehammers now. Z-Tonic opting to get the range on the Arclight, classic sort of standard play. Z-Tonic, I think, definitely has done his homework. Watched maybe a few videos, and flanking missile defense is going down as well. No missile this time to stop these steel balls, so these steel balls are going to lock onto these sledges. They're going to do more work this time, but all these crawlers are still going to get in there and start really tearing apart these high-level steel balls. So now we have this nasty Typhoon is just going to eviscerate these Mustangs without the range. These Mustangs are going to need to get range soon, otherwise they're going to become obsolete here. Our level 3 Tarantula is just taking up a storm, taking on these Sabertooth shots like a champ. Level 3 Tarantula's DPS is no joke, actually taking out that Sabertooth before it dies. But this Typhoon is just hanging in there against the rest of the board. It looks like Patron is still going to take this round, even though it looked on the right like it was going to be a lost cause. That left side coming in handy again. All right, round 4. We get Advanced Targeting System picked up by Patron. I don't really like this card. I think it's way too expensive for 10 range, so I think this is a mistake. I would have liked Patron just to grab the laser sights. I think that's fine. Throw that on this big boy Tarantula and you'd be happy, but both players getting that, so not really going to affect the game very much. Both players are going to take that big economy hit this round, and there's going to be no advantage gained by either player. I'm happy to see the range enhancement getting put down onto these Mustangs. I think that's a very important tech for Mustangs. Mustangs feel like half a unit without that tech. So we do get the Farseer on this round 4, and it's coming down on this side that keeps losing to this big Sabertooth. So good little band-aid over here. Hopefully that's enough, but we do have a level 2 Sabertooth over here now, so it's going to be... It might not be enough. I think a level 2 Saber versus a level 1 Farseer is not a fair fight. If this Sabertooth can get some damage down... Oh, we do get some field maintenance equipped to our Sabers, and then really shoring up this left side. 2 more Sabertooths getting deployed. So, Tonic no longer wanting to lose on this weak side. We do see a rapid resupply just to get a health upgrade as well. So, Z-Tonic really investing into this round, hoping to get the tempo back on his side. I think the field maintenance is going to prove pretty big this round. Against all these Mustangs, like the field maintenance almost just out heals like Mustang damage, so hopefully this Sabertooth can do enough work that Patron won't take too much damage here. Yeah, just starting to take too much damage. This Sabertooth did get 2 kills before it falls, and you can just see it. Look at this level 2 of Sabertooth just healing through all the Mustang damage. So it's a pretty decent gotcha round for Tonic here. The thing about field maintenance is it's easily EMP'd, so it's not the greatest of techs, but I think that's kind of Sabertooth's main weakness, is just EMP in general. They're kind of a short range unit, so pretty much any EMP is going to get to him. Nano Repair picked up by Patron, and the Barrier picked up by Tonic. So we are going to see some Giants from Tonic. Looks like it's going to be the Fortress. Patron grabbing the Marksman. Maybe he's going to grab the EMP onto the Marksman here. Nope, just throwing down 3 Marksmen, just naked Marksmen. Actually getting the armor-piercing bullets on the Mustangs, but no upgrades. I would have liked to have seen, you know, screw the Marksman, just upgrade these Mustangs. Mustangs with levels, if you're going to go double tech, are really important. We're going to see this missile hit nothing but shield here. I don't usually like doing Barrier on a Fortress because you can just get the Barrier tech itself. So when I get a Barrier item, I usually like to build a different type of Giant. I think a Vulcan would have been great. We did see the steel balls getting sold this round from Z-Tonic, so our players are a little bit more knowledgeable about the tower upgrades or tower options here. Selling is, I think, a little bit of something most new players don't do, so maybe these 2 players are a little bit higher MMR than our last couple of Mechabellum Misplays. Once again, Z-Tonic looking like he's going to take this round. He's got 2 arc lights left, and with that tower take debuff, the Saber vs. Saber matchup is definitely going to go to Tonic here, but still not a ton of damage going down on Patron. He did kill that Fortress, so looking okay. Advanced shield device picked up by Tonic, and a skip from Patron. I think if I was Patron, I would really like to see some melting points come down soon. There they are, right on schedule. Melters are really good into these Fortresses and also good into these Sabertooths. The outrange of Sabertooths, and the healing doesn't really matter against the Melter. They're just going to burn through it. Get another marksman put down, 1 level 2. Would like to see the upgrade on this Sabertooth. He's kind of like the carry on this side of the board. Wasp Worm coming back off cooldown. Some more useless missiles. Maybe this one's not as bad. It's going to get that Fang pack. Oh no, it's actually Tonic's missile, so yeah. Hop on a marksman and half a crawler pack, not too terrible. I think this side just getting overwhelmed now. With the melter on the right, though, we might see the right start to win again, but the fortress actually does go down to the big Sabertooth on this side, so I think this melter might be able to clean up. We'll see what happens. I think if this tower goes down, it's going to be close. I mean, the Sabertooth and this Farseer can definitely get through a melter. We did get the tower take, though, so good timing for Patron. He gets that round with that melter. So we got a nice little back and forth game, and our players are making some pretty good decisions along the way here. Both players instantly grabbing the triple Scorpion. I didn't even get to see what our other options are. Both players prioritizing that ground game. We did see some levels on these Mustangs last round. That's great as well. Another melter getting deployed here for Patron. I love it. As far as Zetonic goes, I think if I was him, he really doesn't have the fortress upgrades to kind of like play the game against melters. Like if you have more fortresses than melters, you can usually win with fortresses if you have punch, but there's no punch here. And Patron getting that EMP barrage also onto the melting point, which is a pretty good counter to fortress as well. So if I were Tonic, I might be starting to think about maybe just switching into carry Scorpion. He's got the double shot, he's got the range, he's got the acid attack. I think that would probably do pretty decent into this board. Scorpions can beat melters. The only issue here is they are going to get EMP'd at some point by these EMP barrages, so looks like he is going to commit more into the Scorpions. He buys another one, so maybe we'll see these Scorpions have a chance here. But against almost the same threat, we have triple Scorpions over on Patron's side. It's going to be we have range, so there's a slight advantage to Tonic for those first few shots from the Scorpions. But the amount of chaff, I think, is a little bit more on Patron's side. We have Mustangs and Crawlers where we just have Fangs on Tonic's side. Here comes that barrage, going to pop that bubble right away. So EMP barrage also will be disabling the tech on the Sabertooth, so no more healing. Fortress going down, first Scorpion going down. Our melters are locking things, and that EMP barrage is leveling the playing field with the Scorpions. So Scorpions losing the range advantage once that EMP hits. But now it's just basically melting points versus Scorpions here. Can the melters do it? And it looks like they're not going to have a problem taking down the Scorpions this round. But actually pretty close. Only 2 melters standing up. I wonder if we'll see Zetonic doubling down on the Scorpions or if he's going to pivot. So we have a Lightning Storm available. I think at this point in the game, round 8, it's almost like a necessary to click the red spells. If your opponent clicks it and you don't, you are at a massive disadvantage. So I'd like to see both players grab the Lightning Storm here. Otherwise, I think it's going to be GG for whoever doesn't. Maybe not this round, but pretty close. Usually, if you don't take the spell and your opponent does, it's a pretty big swing in their favor. So, Zetonic actually getting the anti-interference module. So I think this is a mistake. But maybe he doesn't want his units to be EMP'd anymore. I'm not sure what he's worried about. There's the Lightning Storm from Patron. I think that was the better play. You just pick a side here and Lightning Storm it. Oh, the classic noob trap. Grabbing the siege mode. Oof. I don't think this is going to be good for Tonic, but I would love to be proved wrong. I've only ever seen siege mode lose games, except maybe that one game where Stoney made it work against like marksman spam, but like, yeah, this is a very extremely situational card, or tech. I would recommend basically never pushing it if I were you. In game, I think it's just a total meme. It lowers the attack rate of your Scorpion too much. Anyway, back into the game, we get another melting point from Patron, and just more commitment into those Scorps from Zetonic with the siege mode. So the Lightning Storm slowing down, killing all those Fangs. Only thing left on that side of the board is going to be those Sabertooths. It looks like maybe the siege mode is actually doing things this round. Our melting point on the right is going to be taken down on that volley. The last EMP, though, pretty devastating, shutting down 2 of those siege modes. So maybe this melter clears up these last remaining. Yeah, once again, I'm siege mode, man. You're letting me down, but maybe there's a certain amount of Scorpions that will make it work. So if you just keep slamming Scorpions, maybe we'll see that work out. So Patron grabbing the Rhino, 2 level 3 Rhinos, Overlord, Sandworm, and the Phoenix. I think the Sandworm is actually, oh my god, the Phoenix. Level 6 Phoenix, though, with there's nothing on the board to stop it, is pretty solid. I would have liked to have seen the Phoenix. We have frontline Rhinos from Patron. I think this is a bit of a garbage play. Like, what are these Rhinos hoping to get done here against so many high DPS units? They're going to walk in, punch one Fang, and then die. Getting some range onto the Marksman, I think, is a waste of money here. I would just, I think at this point, you just more melters the better. So 300 resources going into range, or is it 400 on Marksman? I don't remember anymore. We do get a Sandworm from Zetonic up in the corner, coming in late. Couple levels. I would like to see both players hitting that rapid resupply button now. Patron did it, and we're getting an attack upgrade. We're still not hitting it over here on Zetonic side. We got the triple upgrade onto the Scorpions now, just double shot, not being clicked. We did get that late rapid resupply for 2 more upgrades of units. So if these Scorpions are going to prove to be useful, it's going to be this round. They're triple upgraded. Anything they hit is going to be vaporized with acid plus that siege mode. So if these Sabertooths start connecting to the melters, I don't think they're going to last. Those melters are going to survive more than 1 or 2 volleys. That's just so much damage with the acid. So there's that worm showing up just in time, right when our melters were starting to approach those Scorpions. Some Fangs holding it down. On the left side, we are doing a little bit better here. We're almost through, but I think these Scorpions are actually going to win out this time. There's just not enough chaff on Patron's side. Yeah, both melters going down. Left melter going down for Patron here. Siege mode. Taking the round, but not the game. We have a very competitive one going into round 10. Barrier once again picked up, this time by Patron, and Zetonic grabbing the Amp Core. So let's see if Patron can identify that he needs more chaff. Last round, I think he just ran out of Mustangs. If he had more Mustangs down, I think the melters don't get targeted, and the Scorpions do die to the melters. Their techs get shut off. Once those techs get shut off, the Scorpions are just not much of a unit anymore. So lots of upgrades coming out. EMP getting added to the Marksman. I think this is okay, but we really need to see like some more Mustangs, some more crawlers from Patron. Like if you put 2 crawlers on these flanks, they just distract these Scorpions for so long. Selling out of these Rhinos would be a great idea here too. They're doing absolutely nothing. There's the rapid resupply. We get field maintenance added to the sledges. I don't like that. I think we're going to see Zetonic pull this one off because the decisions Patron made here are just not going to cut it. He's got lots of big, beautiful melters, but not enough to protect him from these siege mode Scorpions. Zoom in a little bit here. Watch the action. Here comes those purple balls of death. Getting some lag even. Or green balls, excuse me. Purple. What am I colorblind now? Yeah, it's just, the siege mode is just too much without the chaff support. Doom doom. It's kind of fun seeing siege mode work. I can see why low MMR players get kind of trapped by it. It's a cool tech. And when it works, it works. Wow, so our players are not much different MMR than our last game. 5 set 97 for Patron and 712 from Tonic. I think Patron put up a really good fight in the mid game, and then Z-Tonic pulling it out with the siege mode Acid Scorpions. I think from this one, my advice is build a little bit more chaff. You know, even some more Mustangs. It would have been fantastic for Patron's board here. For Z-Tonic, I think invested too much into the Sabertooth. I wouldn't have done that. And then, yeah, I don't know. This won't work against a lot of people once you start playing more. The siege mode is just not a good tech. I think this rhinos were also a pretty big fail from Patron. I think one of the things you can do with a rhino deployment like this against siege mode is if you mobile beacon the rhinos across the front line, all those siege shots are just going to target the rhino and be totally missed because the rhino's movement speed is really fast. So this would be a way to kind of distract a lot of those early shots from those scorpions, so your DPS can get in range and start doing damage. So that would have been an option, but the mobile beacon is a little bit of a, I think, skill expression in Mechabellum, and you don't usually see newer players grabbing that from their towers and using it on their units. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Mechabellum Misplays, and I hope you learned something. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
We have quite the selection for you here. 2 Mechabellum videos just for you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like this video. Watch out for flanks coming your way.